You ever notice how the guy who barely texts her back is the one she can't stop thinking about? Meanwhile, the guy who gives her his whole heart on day 3 is the one she quietly ghosts. If that pattern has ever made you feel crazy or worthless, this video is for you. Today we're going to break down why some women get addicted to men who act like they're nothing, and what you, as a man, are supposed to do with that information. Not to play games, not to become a cold robot, but to finally understand the code so you stop over-investing where you're not valued. Let's start with a hard truth. Attraction is not a democracy. Love isn't handed out fairly to whoever cares the most. For many people, especially those with unhealed stuff, what feels attractive is what feels familiar, intense, and slightly out of reach. So when you show up as the man who is available, present, texting back fast, trying to prove you're good enough, you don't feel like a prize. You feel like emotional fast food she can have any time. But the man who seems unbothered, slightly distant, maybe even a little selfish, he lights up an old wound in her nervous system. He feels like home to the part of her that is used to chasing love it never fully gets. That's the first thing you need to understand. She isn't addicted to him because he's better than you. She's addicted because his behavior matches the unfinished story inside her. Here's what actually happens in her brain. Intermittent attention, mixed signals, and emotional distance create uncertainty. Uncertainty creates anxiety. Anxiety creates obsession. Her brain starts running the loop. Did I do something wrong? Can I win him back? What does this text mean? Every tiny crumb of attention from him becomes a dopamine hit. That's why she keeps going back, even when she knows he's not good for her. It's not romance, it's a casino. Now, here's where men mess up. You see this dynamic and think, oh, I just need to care less. I'll act like I don't give a damn and women will chase me. That's not frame, that's performance. Pretending not to care while secretly obsessing over her is still needy energy. You're just adding a mask on top of the same desperation. She can feel it. Women are not stupid. They feel when your indifference is fake. The men who naturally trigger that obsession in her are usually doing one of 3 things. Number 1, they're genuinely more invested in themselves than in her. Their life, their mission, their routine, their gym, their work, their friends, that's their center of gravity. She is an addition, not the entire universe. Number 2, they're inconsistent. Not as a strategy, but because they're emotionally unavailable or immature. That inconsistency fires up all her insecurity and keeps her chasing. And number 3, they're not afraid to lose her. They will walk away instead of over-explaining, negotiating, or begging. That quiet willingness to lose creates power. Now let me ask you something. Do you really want to become an inconsistent, emotionally unavailable man just so someone can be addicted to you? Or do you want to become the man who understands the game and opts out of the toxic parts while still being insanely attractive? That's where healthy detachment comes in. Healthy detachment is not, I don't care about anyone. It's, I care, but I'm not willing to destroy myself to keep your attention. So I want to give you a simple framework, a way to shift from addicted, approval-seeking energy into calm, grounded, masculine frame. Think of it like 3 layers: value, boundaries, and behavior. Layer 1, value. Most guys secretly believe, if she leaves, it means I'm not enough. So they chase, explain, prove, overgive, and slowly erase themselves. Your job is to flip that script. Your value does not come from her opinion. It comes from the standards you hold with or without her. From the life you've built, the discipline you keep, the way you talk to yourself when no one's watching. When you truly believe, I was a whole person before you and I'll be a whole person after you, your energy shifts. You're no longer begging to be chosen. You're evaluating if she actually fits your life. Layer 2. Boundaries. Women get addicted to men with strong boundaries because those men are not easy to move. Not every text gets an instant reply. Not every insult gets a long essay response. Not every threat to leave turns into a 3-hour negotiation. A man with boundaries listens once, maybe twice, then acts. You keep disrespecting me, I'm gone. You play games with communication, I match your distance and refocus on my life. The paradox is this: the more you're willing to walk, the less you usually have to. People feel when your line is real. That reality is what makes you hard to replace. Layer 3. Behavior. This is where most dating advice gets it backwards. They tell you to send this text, wait X hours, use this line, act mysterious. But behavior that doesn't match your inner state just exposes your insecurity. Real not caring doesn't mean being rude, mean, or unkind. It means your actions are guided by your standards, not by fear of losing her. You like her, you show it. She pulls away, disrespects you, or treats you like a backup. You don't chase, you adjust. That's the energy women find magnetic and confusing at the same time. Because you're not playing the usual script. You're not the guy who collapses when she threatens to leave. You're the man who says, if leaving makes you happy, I'm not going to stop you. Notice the difference. One version of you is addicted to her attention. The other version of you respects yourself more than you fear being alone. So when you see a woman obsessed with a guy who treats her like nothing, don't envy him. That's not love. That's trauma recycling itself. You don't want to be the mirror of someone's wounds just so they can't stop thinking about you. You want to be the man whose presence calms her nervous system, because your life is full, your standards are clear, and your energy says, I am good with or without you. Here's your practical shift from today. Stop asking, how do I get her addicted to me? Start asking, what am I addicted to in her? Are you addicted to her attention because you don't respect your own time? Are you addicted to fixing her because it distracts you from fixing your life? Are you addicted to chasing emotionally unavailable women because deep down you don't believe you deserve stable love? When you start breaking your own addiction, something powerful happens. You stop overgiving. You stop trying to convince. You stop making a woman your whole identity. And suddenly, the less you care isn't an act. It's just the natural side effect of having a real life, a real mission, and real boundaries. Some women will fall off when you do this. They were only there for the version of you who needed them too much. Let them go. The ones who stay, or the ones who show up later, will be women who are attracted to your stability, not your chaos. They won't need you to ignore them to feel anything. They'll be drawn to your calm presence, your quiet confidence, and your willingness to walk if respect disappears. That's the real game. Not making her addicted, but becoming so grounded that you are never addicted to losing yourself again. If this helped you see the pattern more clearly, hit subscribe and stick around. We're going to keep breaking down the psychology of modern dating, overthinking, and frame, so you stop chasing love that keeps wounding you. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your mind, and your frame will follow.